Good morning, everyone. Today in the acts, I want to again to practice speaking and reading in English. Keep going is the topic for today. Maya, hey Husni, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. You don't sound very excited. I'm just a little tired. Long day? Yeah, kind of. What have you been doing? Studying, working on some things, and thinking about what I should do next. You think about the future a lot, don't you? Probably more than I should. Why? I need to make sure I'm moving in the right direction. Do you think you are? I think so, but you're not completely sure. Not completely. Does it bother you? Sometimes. I used to think I needed to know exactly where I was going. What changed? I realized that nobody really knows. Really, people have plans, but plans change. That's true. You can plan on your career, and then something unexpected happens. Exactly. You can play your finance, and suddenly you have an unexpected expense. That happens all the time. You can plan your future, but you can't control everything. Exactly. So should we stop making plans? No. Why not? Plans give you direction, but they don't guarantee the results. Exactly. So we should have a direction without expecting everything to go perfectly. That's how I see it. I like that. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a reasonable next step. Exactly. That's probably easier. Much easier. Sometimes I feel like I'm not making enough progress. Why? Because I can't always see the result. What are you working on? Programming. How long have you been learning? For quite some time. Then you probably improve more than you realize. Maybe. Think about something you couldn't do before. There are a lot of things. And now I can understand them. That's progress. I guess I forget that sometimes. That's normal. What about English? I'm still practicing. Every day? Yeah, almost every day. That's impressive. It doesn't feel impressive. Why? Because I'm just reading conversation, but you're still practicing too, and you're speaking a lot. Yes. Then you're building a habit. That's the goal. Exactly. Maybe consistency matters more than intensity. I definitely believe that. What do you mean by that? Doing something small every day can be better than doing something huge once a month. That makes sense. Imagine exercising once for 5 hours. It sounds terrible. Exactly. And then doing nothing for the next month. Exactly. It's better to exercise regularly, even if it's only 30 minutes. The same principles applies to learning. Exactly. So small efforts repeated consistently over long periods. That's where the result come from. But what about days when you really don't want to do anything? Those days are normal. What do you do? I lower my expectations. How? Instead of trying to do everything, I choose one small thing like what? Read a few pages or study for 15 minutes. Exactly. And if you feel better afterwards, I continue. And if you don't, I stop without feeling guilty. It's actually a healthy approach. I think so. Do you ever have days when you feel like giving up? Yes. What make you feel that way? Then things don't go the way I expect. For example, when I don't get a job I understand, or when I struggle with something that I thought would be easy, it can be frustrating. Very. What keeps you going? I remind myself why I started. Why did you start? I want to build a better future. That's a strong reason. And I don't want temporary problems to decide my entire future. That's a good mindset. Do you think people give up too easily? Sometimes. Why? Because they expect progress to be linear. What do you mean? They think every day should be better than the previous day. But that's impossible. Exactly. Some days are worse, some days you don't learning anything, some days you make mistakes, sometimes maybe you just need to rest. But overall you keep moving forward. That's what matters. That's something you want to be better at next year. Programming. Still programming, definitely. Anything else? Communication? Why? Because technical skills aren't enough. That's true. You also need to explain your ideas and communicate with other people. Exactly, that's probably why you're practicing English. Yes, makes sense. What about you? I want to become more confident. Confident in what? Making decision. Why? I something ask too many people for advice. What's wrong with asking for advice? Nothing. Then sometimes I already know what I want to do, but you still ask other people. Yes. Why I want to someone to confirm that I am making the right decision. Yeah, I understand. But eventually I have to make the decision myself. Exactly. Maybe that's part of growing up. What is learning to make decisions without having completely certainty. It's difficult. Very. Because you want to know the result first. Exactly. But you can. No. You make the decision, then you deal with the results and learn from it. Exactly. You know what I realized? What? Maybe progress isn't always about becoming better. What do you mean? Sometimes it's about becoming more patient. That's true. Or becoming more comfortable with uncertainty. Definitely. Or learning how to recover from mistakes. That's a big one. Maybe those things aren't feasible, but there's still progress. Exactly. So, what's your plan for tomorrow? Keep going. That's it? Yeah, that's it. No complicated plan, no huge goals, not tomorrow. Then what? Wake up. Okay, do what I need to do. Good. Study, good. Practice, good. Rest when I need to. Perfect. And repeat. That's a pretty good plan. Maybe we don't need to have everything figured out. We don't. Maybe we just need to keep moving one step at a time, even where we're unsure, especially when we're unsure. Even when we're tired, we can rest and then continue. Exactly. Sounds simple? Yeah, it is simple, but not easy. Nothing worthwhile usually is. Yeah, true. So keep going. Okay, keep going. See you tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow, Husni. And thank you for everyone to watching my videos. See you the next time.